This is KVUE News at 6.
Record heat in Austin today, 95 degrees, and it is still hot and humid tonight. But by this time tomorrow, we'll be preparing for some storms. I'm here in the Storm Team Center here. I always get that mixed up. The Storm Team Center with Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon. He's allowed me into his domain today. We're talking things getting kind of dicey tomorrow evening, huh?
And the good news, the timing is going to be when a lot of us are going to bed. Late night, overnight, into Sunday morning. But tonight, it's muggy, it is breezy, and it is warm. Coming out of those record highs you were talking about. Live look outside of the Texas State Capitol, 95 at both Mabry and Bergstrom, breaking that 62-year-old record set back in 1955. Right now, temperatures are ranging from mid-80s in Fredericksburg to low 90s in Austin. As we zoom out, I'll show you the storm system that we're going to be tracking for tomorrow night. Still spinning over the Rockies, but once this gets into the Plain States, it will drive a front through central Texas tomorrow night, and that will be the focus of thunderstorms. A little bit of patchy rain tonight, a few showers tomorrow, but the severe threat goes up tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and a few of those thunderstorms tomorrow night could produce some large hail and some damaging winds. I've got a brand new high-resolution hour-by-hour forecast model to share with you. That's coming up.
We'll see in a few minutes, Albert. Thank you. Parents of a Bowie High School student are filing a lawsuit against Austin ISD. They say another student repeatedly harassed their daughter, and they want him expelled. KVUE's Nicole Rosales joins us now from the newsroom with the details. Nicole?
Well, because this case involves minors and due to the nature of the circumstances, we won't identify those involved by name. However, we can tell you about the parents' claims. So court documents say the female student has had significant emotional disturbances since the fall of 2016 while attending Bowie High School after a male student became fixated on her. The lawsuit says he began sexually harassing her, stating there was unwanted touching as well as stalking. Documents say it wasn't until this year when his behavior became more dangerous, and on January 18th, he attempted to commit suicide in front of the female student. Her parents said school administrators failed to contact both families about the incident, violating the district's policy and the female student's civil rights. Documents say this is even after the parents of the male student expressed concern about his mental health months prior. Now the family of the girl is demanding the district to expel the male student, adopt an anti-bullying and anti-harassment program approved by a third party, and also provide a school safety coordinator for each school campus. So we have reached out to both AISD as well as the family of the attorney, and have not received an official response before this newscast. In the newsroom, Nicole Rosales, KVUE News.
An Austin man is facing a 6th DWI charge. Police pulled over Richard Parker around 7:30 Wednesday night after clocking him driving 20 miles over the speed limit on Ben White. Arrest documents say the officer found open beer cans in the car, and a breath test showed that he was over the legal limit. Parker has 5 other DWI convictions dating all the way back to 1979 and as recently as 2012. And we at KVUE want to remind you to drive alive, Austin. Please do not drink and drive. We have resources to help you find a safe and sober ride, and that's all at KVUE.com.
Round Rock police warning people about a string of home burglaries. They posted on Facebook. There have been 27 cases since March 1st. KVUE's Aaron Jones is live tonight with how police say homeowners can better protect themselves and their property. Aaron?
Well, Quita, tonight Round Rock police say as the temperature rises, more people are heading out for vacation or leaving a window open for ventilation. They say that may be the reason behind 27 home burglaries in just the past 2 months, saying in all but 7 of those cases, the burglar entered either through an unlocked door or garage. Now, home security specialists say it's important to keep everything locked up and consider getting a home security system, camera motion sensor lights. However, they stress that no home is too safe.
And security system is a deterrent. It's not going to keep your house from being broken into. If someone's going to break into your house, they're going to break into your house.
And that's why security specialists say if you are going out of town, let your neighbor know. That way they can keep an eye on things. Reporting live in Round Rock, Aaron Jones, KVUE News.
Thanks, Aaron. Tonight on the Night Beat, an unprecedented look into the mind of a child predator.
The act itself is about as close to unforgivable as you can get.
2 convicted child sex offenders share their stories tonight at 10.
The clinic that challenged Texas state law on abortion clinics reopened today, 10 months after it won its case at the Supreme Court. Whole Woman's Health in Northeast Austin is one of 3 abortion clinics in town. It provides contraception, ultrasounds, medical and surgical abortions. In 2013, House Bill 2 forced more than half of the abortion clinics in the state to shut down. The Supreme Court later ruled the state's regulations unconstitutional. The clinic says the fight is not over just yet.
Many regulations have been introduced in this current session, and that the fight, will always continue in a state like Texas, where there's a history of political interference to women's ability to access health care.
No word on when or where the next Whole Woman's Clinic will open in Texas.
A Texas tax hated by businesses could soon go away. At the Capitol today, the House of Representatives took the final vote, approving a bill to phase out the franchise tax. KVUE political reporter Ashley Godot is live at the Capitol. And Ashley, fewer taxes? Well, it sounds like a pretty good thing.
Well, of course it does, Quita, especially in a state that touts itself as being business friendly. But there's a flip side. That tax helps pay for a lot of important stuff, mainly public schools.
There's a cost for doing business in the great state of Texas. It's called the margin or franchise tax.
Basically, the franchise tax is a business tax.
The year Austin Representative Donna Howard started serving in the House is the same year lawmakers made some changes to the tax.
In 2006, we revised that to lower the rate, but expand the base so that more businesses were part of the franchise tax system.
The advantage for you is supposed to be lower property taxes, and not all businesses have to pay.
Only about 1 in 10 businesses actually pay the franchise tax, and of those, the Texas Taxpayers and Research Association says about a third don't even exist here in Texas. The owners are not Texans. So it really doesn't affect as many businesses as one might think, but those that it does affect, it's a very unpopular tax with them.
And that's why some lawmakers are trying to kill it. In March, the Senate overwhelmingly passed a bill to reduce the franchise tax rate as the state's general revenue grows, killing it slowly. But the House just passed Representative Dennis Bonin's bill to kill it a little faster by phasing it out.
So this is our standalone bill to put the franchise tax on the correct path, and that is the path of going away.
Fewer taxes sounds like a good thing, but there's always a catch, which is why Howard didn't vote for the bill.
The biggest concern we've had is that the revised margin tax was meant to help cover the cost of public education. We've continued to erode that tax, and if we continue to do that and totally eliminate it, that's a big gaping hole in public education funding.
How gaping? $3.5 billion per biennium gaping. And when the state puts in less money for public schools, property taxpayers put in more.
Well, right now, property values in Texas are continuing to increase, but experts say this cycle won't last forever and predict eventually the state will have to put in more to pay for public education. Without a franchise tax, they could have less money overall to do that with. So while cutting taxes seems good now, it may cause problems in the future. Bonin's bill is now headed to the Senate. Live at the Capitol, Ashley Godot, KVUE News.
So there's been a lot of talk about how much the president's border wall will cost.
Some opponents say we're leaving something out of the equation. Their concerns about the project.
Still got a lot of life and a song to sing.
And the red-headed stranger shows that he's still got it a day before his 84th birthday.
Back in the day.